Good morning, guys. It is Friday, June 1st, and it is Whitney and mine's 5-year anniversary. Crazy, we've been married 5 years, I can't believe it. Time flies, man. Now Darcy's like 2.5 years old, running around. It's just nuts to think about. She's awesome. You guys have seen Whitney. She's been in some of my videos, and she's just a great woman. I'm really lucky to have her. I need to get her back out yard sailing with me. It's been a while. She always brings me luck when I'm out hunting for stuff. It is a rainy morning, but that's all right, because that means it'll be less competition for me. A lot of the local resellers stay at home when it rains. I don't see them out like I always do. A lot less competition. There's less sales that open up, but it's not too bad. I got some advice from a boss of mine a long time ago, and he said, focus on what you can control. And I've always tried to heed that advice, take it to heart, because it makes a lot of sense. In life, there's a lot of things that are out of your control. I remember at the time when I was doing sales, and there was a management position that opened up, to run one of the stores. This is a big box store I used to work for. So I knew that to separate myself from the competition, the other guys in the store that were going for the job, I had to focus on what I could control. So I got to the store earlier. I stayed later. I did some of the things they weren't willing to do, cleaning up around the store, doing some of the grunt work, really putting my time in. Getting stopped by a train here. And when we all interviewed for the job, I was the first pick, just because I put the work in. And to translate that into reselling, focusing on what you can control. You can't control how fast an item is going to sell. You can't always control how much an item will sell for. You can try to get top dollar, but it doesn't always happen. But you can control what you buy. You can control where and when you source, and you can do little things to separate yourself from all your selling competition. So I've heard a lot of people talk about it. Lonnie, Steve, Steph, Pete, the Craigslist Hunter. Buy big stuff. Buy the bulky stuff, because nobody wants to deal with it. They don't like moving it. If you don't want to ship it, flip it local. People don't like dealing with big stuff. So that's one way you can separate yourself from your competition, is to buy big stuff. Another way is to, if it's pouring rain, if it's the weather sucks, still go garage sailing, still go out and source. Just, maybe get up a little bit earlier than your competition does. Get the first jump on the best stuff. But yeah, I guess that's my advice. I'll get off my soapbox for now. That was just kind of what was on my mind this morning. I got a good list of sales. Quite a few. There's like 7 or 8 neighborhood sales today, and then there's a bunch more tomorrow as well. I wish this weather was better. Whitney and I were supposed to go on a hot air balloon ride tonight to celebrate our 5-year anniversary, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. It's just cloudy and rainy and gross, so we're probably going to have to reschedule that, unfortunately, until there's better weather. But we are going to have a picnic at the place we got married. We do that every year. It's a tradition. We bring Darcy and have a little picnic and take some photos of where we got married. I'm about 15 minutes early to this neighborhood sale, and I have not seen a single house open yet. I've driven through like almost every street in this neighborhood, and I've yet to find a house that's open. For you local guys, I am in Liberty Township right now. Some really nice houses, very nice houses, and it's convenient because it's close to my warehouse, and there's like 3 neighborhoods kind of right around this area having neighborhood sales today. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, there's not a single house open. This is crazy. They've got signs up, there's garage sale signs pointing all around, but nobody's open yet. I mean, it is raining, but it's really only drizzling. Typically, you know, you find somebody setting up at least 15 minutes, 30 minutes early, but not looking like it yet. Well, I've been through 3 neighborhoods, and there's been 2 sales open. They're all doing 2-day sales, you know, it's Friday, Saturday, so I'm thinking that just because it's a little bit rainy, everybody just kind of said, screw it, you know, they're just going to do it Saturday. But I'll keep trucking along. There's plenty of sales on the list, so I'm sure I will find some that are open. Before I forget, quick programming note, the Reseller 6-pack is on Tanya's channel Sunday night. That is Thrifty Treasures. It's going to be 8 p.m. Eastern on Sunday. If you guys haven't heard, Tanya is back home. She's out of the hospital. She's doing a lot better. And yeah, I'm just happy to have her back. I guess these people are going to be having a sale? Got a bunch of stuff in their driveway. Tools, power stuff, lawnmower. Alright, so we were recently talking about etiquette. It's only 8:20, but this sale opens at 9. They've got the stuff out, kind of, but they kind of got it in tarps. But they're not really out yet. So I'm going to be polite and not just go start rooting through their stuff. I'll circle back around a little later. Just picked up a pretty cool Schwinn Tricycle. It's metal. It's very sturdy. It's got like a little wood base on the back. They wanted 20. I paid 15. I think it's going to be a local sale because I can probably get, I'm hoping 35, 40 bucks for it maybe. I'm sure it wasn't very cheap new, so I don't know. I'll have to look it up later and see. Well, guys, I am done for the day. I didn't have a whole lot of time. Just got a lot to do today, and Whitney and I are doing our anniversary picnic. So, cutting garage sales a little bit short. My van is absolutely loaded. I finally came upon a neighborhood that was like full participation. Everybody was having sales, and I just got tons and tons of stuff. So, heading back to the warehouse now, and I'll pull it all out and show you guys what I got. Got a pretty full load, as you guys can see. Picked up 2 candy machines at one sale. He actually didn't even have them out for sale. They were in his garage. This one is a Vendorama. I think it might need a new globe. It's kind of got a crack here. I think it's from the 50s. It's heavy duty. Nice metal base. I paid 60 for the pair, this one and the other one. Got this chef guy for 10 bucks. I think he holds like mints or something, you know, for like a restaurant, or you want to put something on there in your kitchen. And I got this Kelty Camelback, and it's got the bladder in there too. Paid 3 bucks for that. Got some Xbox 360 controllers. They were 5 bucks each, but he threw in a couple games too. And I got this big Batman for 3 bucks. Got a whole bunch of printer ink for 2 bucks each. They're all the same number, HP 564. Not a great price, but I should end up getting 6-7 bucks a piece, and I'm going to be lotting them together. So I'll probably have to make 2 shipments with them, I would think. Got a Wii in the box for 15 bucks. I haven't even opened this up yet. They had it taped. So I hope it's all in there, and I hope there is at least 1 or 2 games. It looks like there is. Tiger Woods, Wii Sports. I think that's about it on the games. Looks like it's all in here. I don't want it all falling out, but I think it's pretty much there. I asked for vinyl records at one sale, and the guy brought me in. He had about 200 or so bluegrass and country records. And they were, you know, like 50s, 60s. They had some age to them, it seemed like. And I got them all for 50 bucks. Some were in better shape than others. You know, these aren't all great titles, but I did see some pretty good ones in there. Like there was some Johnny Cash, Elvis. A little bit of everything here. Kitty Wells. A lot of this country I don't think is going to be very good, but some of the bluegrass will be. So we got like Chet Atkins. Oh gosh, look at this. Oak Ridge Boys. Look at those sweaters. I think I saw some Ralph Stanley in here too. Country. A couple Ray Charles. This should do all right. Got this Barbie friendship case. It's a funny play on words. 1972. She was asking $2, and I gladly paid her $2. This thing folds out into like a full plane. No Barbies inside, unfortunately, but still pretty neat. This kind of stuff does pretty well on my website. Bought a couple TVs. This is a nice Samsung. I think it's 32-inch. Let's see here. 42-inch, maybe. Maybe it's 42? Yeah, it's pretty big. I got this one and a Vizio at the same sale. They've got the remotes and everything. I paid $35 for the pair. Got a Technics, however you pronounce it. Got a receiver and tape deck. Paid $25 for the pair. Kind of high, but I think I should get at least $60, maybe $75 for both of them on my website. Got a nice Mizuno glove. This is a softball glove, 14 inches. That's a really big glove. You wouldn't want to play baseball with that glove. $5. This is a really cool gas pump display. Paid $2 for it. You know what? I just realized it's a candy machine, like a little miniature gumball machine. I didn't even notice that. He said $2, and I was like, "Yep, take my money." I got a nice like bar table with a couple chairs for $15. The top of it is actually right there. But yeah, I'll try to pull all that out and show you guys. I got two different 6-panel baby gates. I do good flipping these locally. I paid 10 a piece. I should get 25 to 30 each because new, I think they sell for about 60. I've sold a lot of these over the years. They're pretty popular. You got to corral toddlers. Got this nice telephone table for $10. It looks old, but it's not. But it's got a pretty neat look to it. Here is the other candy machine that I got. For this one and the other one, I paid a total of $60. The other one has the key, but this one doesn't have the locks or the keys, so hurts the value a little bit. Just a couple more things I got in the van here. This is a Mongoose mountain bike. They gave it to me for free. One of the pedals is missing, but she had 2 extra ones, so I'm just gonna pop off this bolt, put the new pedal on, I'll be good to go. And then I got 3 tables. There's 2 8-footers and a 6-footer, and they were asking $26 for the 3 of them. Weird price, but I paid it. I was happy to get them at that price. That's it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching.